Today I want to talk about a question that I get all the time here at Legacy Physical Therapy from pregnant moms and moms who have recently had a baby, and it is whether or not they should be wearing some type of an abdominal support or brace after they deliver the baby. So to brace or not to brace, that is the question that we're going to tackle today. So it is a very good question to ask, and that because I think that there's more thought that needs to happen behind it. So it is not an end-all be-all. It is not a magic, a magic wand that poof can just make your abdominal muscles heal, but in the right situation, wearing an abdominal support after you deliver can be very helpful. And frankly, I do recommend that most women wear a gentle abdominal support, some gentle compression over the abdominal area immediately after they deliver for the first couple weeks, because these muscles got very stretched out and they can need some time and help to recover. And so the use of the abdominal splint can just help to support that stretched out healing tissue in a more comfortable position and help take some of the pressure off of your back and help eliminate some of the strain to the healing tissue. So I do recommend wearing a gentle compression in the early postpartum days to really give some support there. But as I'm about to talk about, it is not the end-all be-all. So, and there can be some situations where, unfortunately, if the brace is worn too tight or for too long and no attempt to rehab the muscles is done, that can lead to potential muscle atrophy. It can lead to a disconnect where you just don't feel like you can use your core muscles well, and it can lead to actually further dependence on the brace. So just think of it that the abdominal brace should be an assist to your healing, not the only part of it, okay? So if you injured your ankle and had to be put on crutches for a little bit to let it heal, the crutches aren't going to heal your ankle. They're going to give you a little bit of a respite from the pressures and stresses and strains on it, but it's up to you to gently move the ankle and get it stronger and slowly increase your activity with it. So the crutch is only an aid to the recovery, just like an abdominal brace is only an aid to your postpartum recovery. So it can't be the end-all be-all and is only meant to be an assist, okay? So there's some things that you should remember when you are thinking of wearing an abdominal support in order to get the most benefit out of it. So I've said this one already, but you'll hear me say it many times, that bracing alone is not going to get your abs recovered after delivery, okay? Wearing an abdominal brace is part of the core rehab program. So you do need to do some work to help your abdominal muscles get back after delivering a baby. Remember, it took 9 months to stretch them out. They are going to take time to get back to their strength and recover. So we need to do some work to get there, okay? Wearing of a brace is meant to be temporary, okay? It is to help you feel supported while you start to retrain those muscles, okay? It should be worn snugly, but not so tight that it's cutting off circulation, okay? I like to explain it a lot. Like, this is not, we go and we buy a pair of Spanx, like we're trying to fit into a size 2 dress, but we're really a size 4, and we're just trying to suck it all in, and we can't stay in there very long. No. This should be feeling like a comfortable hug to the abdominal area, not this overly tight compression. And that's so we want to make sure that we're wearing the splint well and that we are wearing it temporarily. So in the very early weeks, you might find it comfortable to wear it the majority of the time that you're up and moving around. And then as you're feeling more and more comfortable through the abdominal muscles, you might want to wean out of it a little bit more and only wear it when you're more active. And if you're just kind of hanging out at home and not as active, you can try and take it off. So I do tell people that you do need time out of the splint too. So it's not meant to be on there 24/7. You got to let your skin breathe a little bit, okay? Now, how you wear the brace is important as well. So you're going to hear me switch between saying support, brace, splint. These are all different terms that I've referred to kind of the same thing, wearing some type of support around the abdominal area. So how we wear it matters. I've already talked a little bit about it. That should feel like a gentle hug. It shouldn't feel like this overly tight compression. It shouldn't feel like it's putting too much pressure down or is too restrictive in how you move. Okay, so there's many options out there. And we want ones that it should feel like a gentle hug or some graded compression over the pelvic and lower abdominal area. And so we can talk more in other videos about how to kind of fit yourself for an appropriate splint, but it shouldn't be too tight or too restrictive. It shouldn't feel like it's just pushing everything in on the inside. It just should feel like there's a gentle hug there. Okay. Just a little bit more in depth about when you should wear the splint. Again, we're using the splint to supplement your core rehab. Okay, so in the beginning, wearing it mostly during your waking hours in those first few weeks as we're trying to gently nudge those core muscles back to working the way that they should be for you. And then you want to gradually start to take it away and only wear it with more active activities, like, if you're taking the kids out for a walk, or you're going to go to Target and go shopping, and you're going to be on your feet for more. I oftentimes tell people that they should take it off at night unless they feel like they're having issues getting comfortable at night to sleep, and that the support actually feels more comfortable and lets them get better sleep, especially in the early days postpartum. Sleep is the more important than whether or not you should be out of the support brace. So that by all means, if it feels better to sleep in the support so that you can get more sleep. Okay. So there is our down and dirty on what you should know about wearing a splint or an abdominal support or an abdominal brace after you have delivered, and hopefully find this helpful. And you've really realized that it can be a helpful part of the rehab process to get your abdominal muscles back, but the abdominal support alone is not going to fix the issue, and you need to do some work to try and get those abdominal muscles doing what they should be doing. Now, if you're unsure of how your abdominal muscles are working and what's going on with those the abdominal muscles after you've delivered, partnering with a pelvic physical therapist can be super helpful to help you identify areas that you need to work on so that you feel strong and supported and can take care of your baby the way that you want to. So if after watching this you're wondering if you're having issues and what you should be doing, by all means feel free to reach out to us. We are here to help.